Hello friends, Chris here, and here with our second video on self-massage to help with symptoms of COVID, the acute phase, or with long COVID. Now again, before we start this video, a word of caution and also a disclaimer as well. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, and I'm not a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine either. So if you do have any kind of health issue that you're concerned about, your first stop is always to go and see your doctor, not YouTube. Again, a word of caution, I'm going to show you 3 acupressure points where you can apply acupressure to help relieve the symptoms of hyperacidity or stomach problems, which apparently is quite common in long COVID. If you have any kind of injury, scar tissue or bruising in the areas I'm going to show you, I would recommend you don't do this. And in such a case, I would definitely go and see a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine, and they can best advise on the use of acupuncture or acupressure. Okay, so with long COVID, and also it might well be COVID in the acute phase, I know that a lot of people are reporting problems with their stomach, especially issues of hyperacidity, and this does seem to be common with long COVID. So what I'm going to show you is 3 points that if you massage them gently but firmly for about a minute or 2, these will hopefully help to relieve those symptoms. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is called Neiguan, or the inner gate, and it's on the pericardium channel, and it's pericardium P6, and it's on the wrist. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to find it. The first thing you want to do, if you're right-handed, you're going to make a fist, and again, just slightly bend the fist. If you're left-handed, use the left hand. But what you're looking for when you make a fist and you slightly bend the fist, you're feeling for 2 hard ridges just below the crease of the wrist. It's almost like a railway line, 2 lines just below the wrist. If you're right-handed, you'll feel it a lot more stronger than if you're left-handed. And what you're going to do, you're going to find the space between those 2 hard ridges. You're going to come down or come up the forearm 3 finger widths below the crease of the wrist. So again, what you're going to do, make a fist first, slightly bend the wrist, feel for 2 hard ridges. These are what's called extensor tendons. Okay, and what you're doing is you find the space between the 2 hard ridges, and then you come up the forearm between the 2 ridges. Okay, and it's a distance of about 3 finger widths. When you do the distance of finger widths, you have the fingers close together, just underneath the crease of the wrist. Okay, and you find that point. Okay, and what you're going to do with either your first finger or your thumb, gently but firmly, circular rotation of about a minute or 2 minutes. Now when you do the acupressure, you want to relax the hands and the fingers. Don't clench the fist when you do the actual massage, because it won't work. You have to relax the wrist and the fingers, find the point, and again, gently massage, but firmly for a minute or 2 minutes, depending how comfortable or uncomfortable that feels for you. Okay, either side, you can do the massage on either side, but it helps if you're right-handed or you're left-handed, because the extensor tendon will be much stronger in the hand that you use the most. Okay, so that's the first one, pericardium 6, Neiguan 6, or the inner gate. Okay, the second one I'm going to show you is a bit more tricky to find actually. It's called Zhongwan, and which means the middle cavity, and it's on the conceptual vessel channel, or CV12. Okay, now to find this point, what you've got to do is just bring your fingers up to the center line of the chest. You're going to come down the sternum, which is the hard bone on the center line of the chest. You come down that hard bone, okay, until you reach the point where you get like a hard knobbly bit, and then it becomes very soft where your stomach muscles are. Okay, now that hard knobbly bit, okay, you want to remember that point. This hard knobbly bit, which is not a medical term, is called the xiphoid process. Okay, so take a finger, place it on that hard knobbly bit where it meets the soft tissue. Now you're going to keep coming down the center line until you reach your belly button. Okay, so now between that top finger, the xiphoid process, the bottom of the sternum, and your belly button, halfway in between is Zhongwan, the Zhongwan point, CV12, conceptual versal 12. Now how you get that middle point is an interesting conundrum. Okay, what you can do is just take a length of string, okay, have it at the top end, at the sternum, bring the string down to the belly button, and then what you do is, whatever that length is, halve it, and the halfway point, okay, that's CV12. And again, what you do is give it a circular rub for 1 to 2 minutes. So you're on that center line, and you're halfway between the sternum and the belly button, or the bottom of the sternum, the xiphoid process, and the belly button, and halfway, and you give that a rub for 1 or 2 minutes, and that will help ease tension problems in the stomach. Okay, so that's number 2, Zhongwan CV12. The third one is a very important one. This is one of these acupressure points that has a whole range of therapeutic benefits. It isn't just for the stomach, but I'm going to show you it for the stomach today. And it's called Zusanli, and again I apologize for my appalling Chinese pronunciation. Zusanli, which means 3 more miles, or ST36, and it's on the stomach channel, and it is principally for the stomach. Okay, so this is on the leg. So to find this one, okay, what we're going to do is come down to our knee joint, okay, and we want to find the bottom of the knee, where the bottom of the knee meets the hard bone of the tibia, the lower leg bone. Okay, so we want the point where the joint of the knee finishes and the hard bone of the tibia starts. Now when we get that point, you want to be on the bone first of all, 3 finger widths below that point. Okay, so you get that point first of all, then take another finger and bring it down. And again, what you want to do is first of all find the bone. You want to be on the bone first of all, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come out laterally to the outside of the leg, not the inside, to the outside of the leg. And you want to be about 2 finger widths from the bone, and you come in. Okay, now the way you know you found the exact point for this is that you bring your toes up. If you bring your toes up, you should feel a big tendon pushing against your finger. If you can feel something pushing against your finger, you're on the exact point. You're in between 2 very big muscles, the tibialis or tibialis, I don't know how you pronounce it, the tibialis muscle, which runs alongside the bone, and another muscle here called the extensor, something or other. Anyway, it's 2 big muscles that control the movement of the feet. So you want to be in between those, and you know you're in between them because the tendon that connects these to the bone pushes it up against the finger. Now when you're on that point, give it a circular rub for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so that again will help the stomach. Now, with the Zusanli point, this is also a really good point for relieving fatigue in the body generally, but especially muscles in the legs. So if you are one of my students and you're doing the Kiltwalk, okay, and you're doing a lot of training at the moment and your leg muscles are really tired, okay, after you've done the walk or during the walk, okay, what to do is to find that point, okay, massage it for 1 or 2 minutes, and that will immediately relieve the fatigue in the leg for a short while. So this is why this is called Zusanli, 3 more miles, or 3 mile point. The story is Chinese soldiers, when they were marching along Okay, they stopped, their legs were really tired, okay, they needed to go a wee bit further, so they would stop, they would massage that point, and they would be able to do 3 more miles. And then they would stop, massage that point, and do 3 more miles. So this is why it's called the 3 mile more point, because it helps to also relieve fatigue in the legs and generally in the body as well. It's one of these very important acupressure points in the body that actually does a whole range of things. But it is specifically for the stomach. It is on the stomach channel, and it helps the stomach and the spleen. Okay. So as always, friends, if if you do have a health issue, go and see your doctor. If you are interested in acupuncture, and again, these points are acupuncture points. So if you go and see a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine, he or she will place acupuncture needles on these points, possibly, to help relieve problems with the stomach. But again, with acupressure, okay, it might need to take a longer time. Acupuncture works quickly, and you might only need 1 treatment. But with acupressure, you might need to repeat the self-massage over a period of time. But I can assure you it does work, and it does help, especially for relieving fatigue in the legs. I do a lot of teaching, Tai Chi. I do a lot of hill walking. My leg muscles get really tired. So if I get my legs are really causing me problems, then I do this. I do this massage a lot, and it helps to relieve fatigue in the legs. Okay then, friends, have a go with that. That's the 2 videos now we've done for helping to relieve the symptoms of COVID, including long COVID. And if there's any other interesting self-massages that I come across, I'll do a video for you and see how you get on.